Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new to the channel, my name's Gemma and I am losing weight using the Mounjaro weight loss injection. I am on week 13. Do you know, I've wrote loads down. I totally forgot what week I'm on. You can't believe it, can you? I'm just so organised. I think it's week 13. Is it week 13? I think it's week 13. So I were vlogging daily up until Boxing Day, and then I went AWOL, and unfortunately that wasn't because I was having a fabulous Christmas and eating lots of nice food and having fun with the family. I got the sickness bug, the dreaded sickness bug. So luckily no one else in the house got it, but yeah, it were a bad one, and I felt shocking. But let's rewind a little bit. So I did weigh in on the Saturday. Now, let me take my glasses off. I need my glasses to read what I've wrote, but I can't see anything else. So I did weigh in on the Saturday, so it's the Saturday after Christmas. And I was going to film a vlog then, but I just had that, do you know, that irritable feeling. So I ended up just cleaning all day and sort of all my office out, sort of drawers out, cupboards. I just didn't stop all day. And then I was out with the girls, my friends, in the evening for a meal. So I had a mad rush to get ready. And so I just didn't end up filming anything, and I didn't end up filming my weigh-in vlog. And then I went out for the meal. I just shared half a pizza at an Italian with my friend. I had 4 alcoholic drinks because I can't drink much because I've got a pacemaker. I had 2 halves of lager and 2 Krakens and Diet Cokes, just singles. And yeah, we're tucked up in bed for 9:30. And then on the Sunday, I just didn't feel right. We got up and we went for a long walk around Clumber Park, which was lovely. But again, because I didn't feel right, I didn't vlog. My intention was to pick up the camera and do my weigh-in results. But then I just started feeling really queasy, and that were it. Then I were ill till yesterday, New Year's Eve. I still weren't good, but I was supposed to be working on the Wednesday. Yeah, I was supposed to work in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I were off sick, so just vomiting. Didn't eat hardly anything. The only thing I ate was a dry jacket potato, which I tried my best to keep down, and water. So there were no chocolate, no Diet Coke, no nothing like that. So I really struggled to keep anything down. And then, just hang on one sec. And then I forced myself to go into work on Thursday. By going to work, I was working from home, so it weren't a big deal. Forced myself to work on the New Year's Eve because I had booked bowling for me, my husband, my mother-in-law and my 2 kids. By kids, our Alex is an adult, he's 18, and our Kayla is 15. So we went to bowling, we went to Pizza Express. I couldn't eat, but I shared a pizza with Kayla and just drank water. And then we came back and I promised him games. So we played games, and then Alex went to meet his girlfriend at the pub for New Year. Yeah, a pretty quiet one, really. Pretty quiet one. So this is the last weigh-in of 2025. Let me blow my nose. Excuse me, I am still feeling very fragile, but I wanted to get this vlog done. Steve has nipped to IKEA to get a rug because we had to get rid of his old rug because Morris had that many accidents on it when he was a pup. We ended up getting rid of it, and then we replaced it with a rug from Dunelm, and it was just so slippy, and I'd gone for a pale mustard one that went with my pillows, and it just got mucky, do you know, with the dog and the kids walking with the shoes because they're so used to wooden floors that you can just mop. So getting out of that habit were really, difficult. But anyway, so we ended up getting rid of that. So he's gone to buy this old rug, but obviously a new one from IKEA. So we've just moved all the living room round, got all the decorations down and things like that. So Christmas and New Year was a very quiet one, really. I would say it was pretty boring, and I've hardly seen any family or anything with me being ill. So yeah, it's been a weird one this year. Bit of a letdown, and I feel bad for kids, but we'll make it up to them. We've got a good year ahead of us, and yeah. So how did last year go? So we'll just reflect on last year, and then I'll go into my last weigh-in at 2025. So I started back on YouTube. Let me just check when I started back. So I've just checked that, and it's actually surprised me. So if you followed me from the start, I came onto YouTube, not really knowing much about social media and not being able to stick to a diet. And I thought, I started taking photo of my meals and putting them on Instagram, and it were making me stick to my diet. And then I started watching, there were 2 or 3 YouTubers at the time. I think there were Tracy Mouse. Oh God, I can't even remember her name. She's no longer on YouTube. She had 2 little boys and her husband, and she used to do massive like shopping hauls and Slimming World stuff. Oh, I can't even think of her name. But I used to watch her, Tracy Mouse. Oh God. I think there were Tracy's Slimming World. Tracy's Slimming World. And Debbie's World. I think that were it. And then there were odd different ones that joined as I were doing it. But I started very embarrassingly filming my food and looking back at those videos. I mean, they're not much better now, but yeah, I cringe when I watch them back. But it made me able to kind of that accountability and stick to Slimming World, which I did for a long time, and I got myself down from my top weight, which at that point was 14 stone 6, and I got myself down to 12 stone 1, put a little bit back on, but maintained it around 12 and a half here or there for quite a long time. Started struggling, and then I ended up on calories. I want to say that's around COVID time, and I was doing all right on calories, and then I kind of disappeared for a long time. So my last vlog before I came back was on the 21st of September 2023, and then I just disappeared. So I got a new job, a promotion, and that was full time. So I'd gone from 25 hours a week to about 40 hours a week. My bonny dog, who was 17, passed away, sadly. And I mean, she did fabulous for 17, bless her. And then we got Crazy Morris, which is our new dog. He is now 2 and very, very crazy. So I'd gone from having a calm elderly dog and a part-time job to a crazy dog and a full-time job. And then, unfortunately, middle age hit, and perimenopause came with that. And all the things with that, the achy joints, the headaches, the tiredness, the irritable legs, the knees, the itchy skin, everything came with that. My hair dropping out. So it was a very low point for me. And yeah, I'd cry at work for no reason. Well, obviously I know the reason now, it's hormones. And it weren't until I stuck that first HRT patch on and I thought, wow, how could that all be hormones? I honestly thought I was depressed. doctor thought I was depressed till seeing a good nurse, and she says, no, she says this is perimenopause, this. And I say to my friends now, because some are a little bit younger than me, and they're going through things in their lives, but they think they're getting a bit down or depressed. I'll say, it's not going to be, trust me, just try putting that patch on, and if you still feel the same, then fair enough, but if you don't, and obviously it's got its pros and its cons, but for me, it were a godsend. And that's one of the reasons I ended up coming back to YouTube, because I felt I got my confidence back. Because I didn't want to socialise, didn't want to leave the house, no mind film myself. So yeah, I'd put a lot of weight on. All right, I had to pause there. I got rudely interrupted by the husband who was in IKEA buying a rug. I would have gone with him, but I'm just not feeling up to it. I've still got an icky tummy and keep going lightheaded. But I think that's just the lack of food. But we've just had freezer food. Getting rid of all the crap in the house. We're never going to get rid of all the chocolates. It's ridiculous. And obviously, me not being a binge eater anymore, with me being on Mounjaro, it's not getting out, because it's me who usually snaffles it all like Slimer at a buffet. So it's all, I'm currently looking at it, and I've not had any. Crazy. But we'll talk about more about that in a bit. So I started feeling myself again. In that time, I'd gone through my granddad passing away, which I took some time off to care for him. He had end of life dementia. Yeah, so that was very difficult. And then, but with Bonnie and my granddad and the perimenopause, I just had to take that time off, and I just didn't realise I took that much time off. So yeah, 21st of September 23, and I came back on the 3rd of May 25. So nearly 2 years. Yeah, nearly 2 years. And I can't believe some of you were waiting for me and came and watched my vlog. That first vlog got quite a few views, and after feeling quite low for a long time, it was just lovely to reconnect with everyone again. And yeah, it was good to be back. So I'm going to try and keep it up. Obviously, I'll have slumps where I'm absolutely shattered from work or whatever, or like now I've had a sickness bug, but I will certainly try and come back and do my best. So I came back in that first vlog saying I'd joined Slimming World again, and I went into it so determined. But whether it's my age, whether it's working full time, being busy, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't stick to it. And people say you just need willpower, you just need to stick to it. It's not as easy as that. When you're addicted to food, it is not as easy as that. And educating myself on GLP-1 and the weight loss medications, you realise that it is hormonal. Everything is hormonal, and it's like an itch. I don't want to eat crap. I don't want to go to takeaway all the time. I prefer home cooked food, but you've got that pull to it constantly. And I know a lot of people feel the same. If you don't feel the same, then you've not got the same hormonal imbalance as us, because majority of people watching this vlog will feel that pull to food. And it's very difficult to stop it when you're at a buffet and you want to be the first up, when you've got chocolate sat in front of you and you know you've got to binge until you feel sick. You can't stop yourself. You cannot stop yourself. If you know you've got that piece of cake in the fridge, every walk that I went on was planned around a cafe and food. Now I can go for a walk and not eat anything. It is just from planning my life around food and getting agitated if I didn't eat at set times. And I used to get upset if kids didn't eat at set times. I'm like, no, you need to have 3 meals a day. And kids were like, yeah, but we're not hungry. And like, Alex will often just have one meal a day, and I just find it so strange. But people do that. You don't have to eat 3 times a day, and I couldn't get my head around that, because Alex will have an high calorie meal or whatever, or because he tends to sleep in, so he'll have dinner and tea, and then he don't have breakfast. And I found that it made me anxious, them not having those as 3 meals. But yeah, since starting, I know I keep skipping ahead here, since starting Mounjaro, I've not got that worry about what my children are eating. And I think because it was so drilled into me when I was young that you've got to have these 3 meals, is so important, and that you've got to finish everything on your plate. They were never finish when you're full. Are you hungry? You were never asked, are you hungry? Or you just ate constantly. Snacks, meals, every meal had plate of bread and butter in middle. It was just the way we were brought up, and many people in probably mining villages or Yorkshire or maybe England, I don't know, were brought up similar way. It's just the way it were. You'd fill up on your bread and butter, and you'd just eat low cut meat, sausages, pork chops. We just had things like that. There were never like pasta and rice and things like that in my house. There was never anything like that. Sandwiches, spaghetti on toast, things like that. So it's hard to break that habit. But I do like a lot of a variety of food, and HelloFresh helped that actually. Cooking HelloFresh has helped me eat things that I'd never thought I would eat, and I'm very proud of myself for trying those things. So yeah, so when I started Slimming World, I had BMI of 33.3 and I was 14 stone 11, I was size 18. Not feeling very good about myself, and often wearing the same clothes. Didn't really vary in what I wore. When I started, obviously I struggled with Slimming World. I just couldn't stick to it. I do enjoy Slimming World. I do think it's good for you. I know it's got a lot of stigma around it, but I enjoy the meetings. I enjoy the community, and the food I think gets you eating a lot fresh. Hello, sweetheart. A lot fresher foods. So I do rate it, and if things don't work out with Mounjaro, I probably would be back on Slimming World. So, hello, my darling. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Hey, you come to say hello? Or you just come to sniff? You come to sniff? Mwah. Love you. Are you going down then? You're going to chill out? You just had your walk, ain't you? I bet you're getting hungry, aren't you? Hey? Right. Going down then, Morris. It's camera shy. That's what kids do when I try and film them as well. What time is it? It's not your dinner time yet. I know that's what you want, but it's not yet. I know. Put in your bed. So I started. Oh, he's back. He's back. I'm gonna chew my hair now. Going down. So I started Mounjaro on the 3rd of October. So bear in mind, I started Slimming World in May. I'd only lost £9 on Slimming World, but it were a loss. How long was that? May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months and I lost £9. Pound and a bit a month, but never mind. So yeah, when I started Mounjaro, I was 14 stone, 2 pounds, and still a size 18. And I started Mounjaro, and I started with 2.5 milligrams, I did consider doing Wegovy. I went to the doctors first because I've got a condition called vasovagal syncope, which is a fainting condition, and obviously there was so much bad press about Mounjaro at the time, and people being hospitalised and things like that, that I was so worried about it that I wanted to speak to the doctor, and I'd put it to the back of my mind, never going to try it, not bothered, it'll end up killing me. That's what I thought. I thought I would be that one that it's going to hurt. So I spoke to the doctor, and actually everyone that I spoke to in the medical profession was so upbeat about it and positive about it, and basically told me to go for it, which I did. So I went on 2.5 milligrams, and I did that for 5 weeks, and I lost 12 pounds. And then I went on to 5 milligrams, and up to my last weigh-in, I'd lost 9 pounds. So I was down to 12 stone 10, which felt amazing to be back in that 12 stone bracket, really amazing. Down to a size 16. Still, I would say, still tight on me, and I think that's where the gym needs to come in. I know you need your food. Right, I'm going to pause it at gym. I'm going to feed him. So here we go again. So yeah, I think, I know I've lost weight, but I don't feel like I've lost 2 stone 1 pound up until Saturday's weigh-in. But I don't feel much different. I've not had anyone commenting on weight loss or anything like that, and I know obviously you don't rely on that, but usually you get that. So I feel like my body's not changed. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's me not going to the gym, and that is something that I love doing, but I've just not had any motivation. So I really need to find a life balance, with food. But that's all in my plans. We'll see how it goes. We've all heard it before, haven't we? But I'm being positive. So yeah, 12 pounds, 9 pounds on Slimming World, 12 pounds on 2.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, and 9 pounds on 5 milligrams of Mounjaro. 5 milligrams did make me quite nauseous for a number of weeks, so I wouldn't recommend rushing up. If you are losing weight, stick to 2.5. Don't rush up. I'd only move up if you're getting stagnant for a number of weeks. In that time, I've had 9 weight losses, I've had 1 gain, and I've had 2 maintains. So, yeah, that's right. So, how did I get on Saturday? So, we had been to Cosmos on the Christmas Eve. I'd filmed for you, so you saw that. I'd done a Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, which I ate plenty of. And then on Boxing Day, we went for a buffet to his dad's house. So I'd ate plenty of food, but I'd not overeaten. I'd not gone for those second rounds of Christmas dinner, and I'd not ate lashings of chocolate. So I stood on the scales, and I weighed in at 12 stone 10. So it were a maintain. Now to get through Christmas with a maintain, just so happy. And I felt absolutely fine. I had a little bit of acid because of the foods I'd been eating, but I felt fine, obviously, until sickness bug hit. So yeah, it's weigh day again in 2 days, and it'll be my first weigh-in in 2026. But like I said, my focus is going to be on what I'm putting in my cake hole. And I have just seen the update on NutriCheck that it does have a GLP-1 nutritional setting now, which I'll just show you a little screen scroll, which I'm well chuffed with. So I think it's just like a slightly increased protein to a balanced diet. So all the best intentions, I'm going to set it to that and start from Monday. We're going to go and do some shopping. I haven't got much in the house, but what I have got, we're going to be getting rid of. So it's not going to be healthy eating over the next couple of days. So whether I vlog or not, I don't know. Morris Bealbear, down. Trying to, Kaylee's brought, she had beans on toast, and she's put it on the side and there's a few beans, so I was sniffing it. So yeah, that is my intention. I'm still paying for Bannatyne's gym and we're really enjoying it. So I need to get, oh, what is it doing? It's so naughty. It's climbing up back of my settee. I can see ya. Like, where's Wally? What are you doing? This little monkey. Morris, get down. You know, it's like having a kid, really is. So that's going to be the focus. I am going to have a little bit of help with Morris because I've decided on the days where I work from home, I'm going to have a dog walker once a week. She's going to take him for a walk with multiple dogs. She's also a dog trainer, which I think once he's round someone like that and round other dogs, it'll learn from the dogs, because it's a very fearful dog and he's scared of everything. I've moved his crate to a different area in the room and he just keeps going touching it with his paw, like, well, what's happened to my crate? And he just won't go in it anymore. It's just, honestly, he's just scared of everything. So I think that should help build his confidence. He's going to a socialisation class on Saturdays now, which we're going to start from this Saturday. I'll film a bit if I can. I'll ask her if I can. And we've got a trainer that I don't know whether to book him in, but with the dog walker trainer or this other trainer that I'm in touch with about is barking. So hopefully that'll take a little bit of stress off me and stress off Morris as well, because when he's in the house, like if I was sat down there, he'd just be cuddled up to me. He's just so loving and so well behaved. But then if he hears a noise, that's it. He's on guard. So we are contemplating getting a second dog, which a lot of people think we're absolutely crazy for, but it'd be a rescue dog. It'd have to be the right dog for Morris. We're definitely not rushing into it. We've been to various different rescue centres. Well, we've been to one rescue centre, but I've been looking on various different rescue centres online and I've been in touch with some. And yeah, it's not something that I would take lightly, but certainly we need to improve his confidence before we get another dog in. So we're working towards that and obviously getting the house ready for a second dog. So whether that come into fruition, I do not know. So I've got all that coming up as well. We've got a very busy year this year and I've touched on it in various vlogs. It was a tough year for a lot of people. Not so much me. Mine were the year before. But my friends have lost mothers, fathers, and then obviously we lost the legend that is Kaza on YouTube, which it shook me, to be honest. She was just so young. I think she were in her early 50s. Young children, and she just got a life back. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it now because I'll just get upset. Get your shit together, Gemma. Get your shit together. But I think things like that and seeing what my friends are going through, you've got to live your life. You really have. And that's what I intend to do. I'm not putting things off. I'm living it. So that's what I'm doing. We're going to say yes a little bit more because me and Steve are very unsociable. It wouldn't seem like it, but we do say no a lot. But we are going to start being a little bit more sociable. We're going to start eating right. We're going to start going to the gym, feeling a little bit better about ourselves as well. So the things that I've got coming up this year, we've got a weekend in Bakewell, and that is when Kaylee is in Krakow with school, and then we're going away in May. Kaylee is staying with her grandparents for the first time, which I think she's going to love. So me and Steve are having our first holiday abroad since having Alex 18 years ago. So yeah, we've been 19 years and we only had the one holiday abroad on our own. So we're having just a short break. I think it's 5 nights in Lanzarote, which I'm really looking forward to. Some quality time, me and Steve, without the stresses of everything. Do you know what I mean? Just proper quality time. I've got a weekend away with girls to see Alanis Morissette and Skunk Anansie, which I'm super excited about. And then in October we have got Tenerife, and that is all 4 of us, and Alex's girlfriend's going with her family, so we'll probably meet up with them. And Marie's coming as well, so that'll be lovely. Hopefully Kaylee will be doing one of her dance shows there. We're going to find out towards the end of the year, and hopefully we'll get a little break away in the 6-week holidays as well. So I'm going to take some time to look after myself. I started having my nails done. I know it sounds a little thing, but I don't really do anything. I don't buy many clothes. I've never been for a massage in my life. I'd not really had my nails done. I had my nails done for my wedding, and it just weren't for me. But I found someone that I feel comfortable going to, and I'm going to keep that up. She works from home, so it's not as expensive as a salon, so I don't mind paying that, and she makes you feel really comfortable. So I'm going to keep having my nails done. There's still Christmas nails at the moment because I had to cancel because of my sickness bug. And I just, I'm going to make time for myself, make time for me and Steve. The kids, they don't want much time with us, but we're going to force them like we always do. Obviously we went bowling last night, I really enjoyed it. But I think once we start getting fit and healthier, that reflects on kids as well. I mean, our Alex has already said he wants to go out chocolate, and because he goes to gym. He's the only one who's using the membership at the moment. He goes to gym, he goes golf, he does mixed martial arts. So his girlfriend works in a pub, so it gives him that time apart. He's got his socialisation. He doesn't really go out drinking. Which is total opposite to me when I was that age, but I'm really proud of him. And and obviously Kaylee with her dance, so they're both really fit, and I've just got to help them with the food a little bit, because they'd rather go to fast food, which obviously we've promoted for such a long time because we're so knackered all the time. So for the first few weeks of January, I have ordered HelloFresh. Now, I've not ordered 5 a week because they were going to waste. So I've ordered like 3 or 4, or do you know what I mean? I've ordered just a few, just to keep us cooking and engaged. And then I haven't got to think of 7 meals to think of. Do you know, it's a lot of pressure. I got for Christmas Meal Prep King book, and I've just been looking through that, and that's really good, because the one thing I'm bad about is that when food goes in the freezer, it goes to die. If it's in the freezer, it's very rare I'll reuse it, because I feel like it's off. I don't know, it's something mentally wrong with me, but I look in freezer, I just think no. So if it's not used when I buy it, it's not that it's forgotten about. I think like I've defrosted pork and chicken, but because I've left it till the last day of the use by date, when I've defrosted it, it's not been nice, or it's been smelly and too porky, and it's put me off everything out of the freezer now, except for things that are intended, like your freezer food, your freezer chips and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, that's something I need to work on, and I think maybe reading that book and getting my head around it, that might help. I need to vary up what I'm putting in Steve's, Kayla's and Alex's packed lunches. Now, I have tried to motivate them to do their own packed lunches, but Steve walks the dog in the morning while I'm doing it, and Alex just argues with me. There's absolutely no chance I am going to get him to do it, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it, but they're going to start doing a lot more in the house this year. I am going to be pushing them to do stuff. I mean, Kayla's helpful anyway. She's really good. But yeah, Alex needs to kick up the arse. What else we got coming up? We were going to get a new car, but we've decided to ride mine out and have more holidays because cars are bloody expensive. They're a waste of money, and we've lost so much money on cars that I'm just not willing to do it anymore. So I'm going, my very old Jazz, I'm going to be riding it out till it's on its last legs. Steve's got an old Cougar. We're not bothered about upgrading. We're just going to ride him out. Alex has got money in his account for his car for when he passes his test. So we'll help and support him when that time comes. But I'm not going to worry about that either. So my focuses this year is just like mental health. Like, I know I'm losing weight and I'm enjoying Mounjaro, and I'm not in a rush to move up from 5 milligrams, and I've got no doubt that I will get to my weight loss goal, but I want to get there the right way. Now I'm getting to weights that I'm liking to see. I need to work on changing the shape of my body and what I'm putting in my mouth, so I'm not so exhausted all the time. And I do feel that part of my exhaustion is what I'm putting in my mouth. I think it's the fast food, the beige food, so I need to vary it up. I don't think I'm going to order online this week. I think we're going to go and do a shop ourselves and pick out some good foods and plan. I'm going to have a look at what I've ordered from HelloFresh. I think that's coming on Wednesday, so obviously I'm going to need a few meals before then, things to take to work, and while 5 milligrams is working for me, obviously I had to maintain, but it was over Christmas period. The food I were eating were not foods that I should be eating, and to have maintained I'm quite happy with. So I think now I'm going to start tracking it in the NutriCheck app under the GLP-1 nutritional setting. I feel positive that I'm going to get the weight losses, I'm going to get the changes that I want when I start going to gym. And just by having the dog walker once a week as well, I know that Morris is getting that interaction rather than just me walking him all the time, because he must get so bored, bless him. He has mother-in-law on a Monday and Tuesday during the day, me every evening, Steve every morning, and there's no other dogs, do you know what I mean? He'll go and see Steve's dad's dogs every so often, but he's not having that interaction that I think he needs with other dogs. So yeah, I'm looking forward to taking him on Saturday, and I hope I can film a little bit. Obviously if you don't like dogs, skip on. But yeah, hopefully I can film a little bit of it. So yeah, I feel positive about this year. And I want to read one book a month. Last year I started so well, and if you averaged it out, it would be one book a month because it started that well. But then towards the end of the year, I've read one book for 4 months. So yeah, any recommendations, let me know. My favourite book was, I can't even think what it's called now. Some elephant. I'll put it up here. Eleanor Oliphant, about a quirky lady. Oh, I loved it. It was very touching, really easy to read. I've just finished a Diane Chamberlain book book, which were really good as well. I'll just pop that up. It took me a while to read because I'm just an academic, and I'd rather flick TikTok than read, and that's what I want to get out of putting that phone down and having a good old read every night. That's the aim. Yeah, so I want to get a lot sorted in house as well. I think clear house, clear mind, all that jazz. I am going to be getting rid of my books because I don't think I'll ever read them again. So I might put them on Vinted maybe, I don't know. I'm going to donate them to charity, but we've got quite a lot. So if we can make a few pennies towards as holidays, then that'd be good. So I might put them on Vinted. But anyway, that's going to finish this vlog for today. It's gone dark. How long have I been sat here? That's ridiculous. I don't usually do long vlogs, do I? But I am going to try and vlog as much as I can. Oh, Steve's arrived home. Oh my God, we're in IKEA that's in Sheffield. That's how long I've been talking. I'll show you the rug actually in a second before I go. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support this year. And a happy new year. Let's make this a good one, and just remember I'm here, and feel free to message me anytime. I know I ain't got back to messages last few days. That's just because I can't lift my head, but I will do. I'm going to be going through them later on today. Now I'm feeling that little bit better, and yeah, and I'll catch up with you soon. Probably. I'm working tomorrow. I might vlog tomorrow. I'll see. I need to get back into habit. But thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. Thank you for all your support. Take care. Bye. The new rug. Just waiting for Morris to christen. A new pup. And then we've got his little crate out because he's never locked in it, but it ain't going in. So we might end up getting the big one back out, but we'll see.